Good afternoon. You're watching your lunchtime news here on TV1 with me, Deshan Gonawala. We have a lot of stories lined up for you, but before we go into these stories in detail, let's first take a look at the headlines. Fort Magistrates Court reissues open warrant for the arrest of former Ambassador Jalia Wickremasurya. Many families in Talawakale evacuated due to the risk of landslide. Heavy rains in excess of 100 millimeters expected over the country today as well. Now in your lead story this afternoon, the inauguration ceremony of the National Conference on Information Communication Technology was held in Colombo under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena. The event was organized by the Computer Society of Sri Lanka with the objective of enhancing the knowledge of IT professionals in the country. Yeah. The program will create a platform to enhance the relationship with local and foreign experts and to strengthen the relationship with foreign professionals in the industry. The head of state distributed awards to the top 8 performers of the year. Now, in more local news, Fort Magistrate Court reissued an open warrant for the arrest of former Sri Lankan ambassador to the United States of America, Jalia Wickremasurya. The warrant on Jalia Wickremasurya has been reissued on the charges of him allegedly extorting state funds worth US $132,000 during his tenure as the ambassador. Earlier, he was held in custody on the same charges and released on bail by the High Court. He had then left for the United States seeking medical treatment. Warrants were issued for failing to attend court proceedings in Colombo. Now in weather-related news, the Met Department says that intermonsoon conditions have established over the country. It is said that due to the low atmospheric disturbance in the vicinity of Sri Lanka, rain is expected to continue over the island during the next few days. Several families living near the Great Western Estate in Talawakale have been evacuated to safe areas over concerns of possible landslides.
Our correspondent said there were about 300 families living near the Great Western Estate. The landslide risk had been issued due to the heavy rains which was being experienced since yesterday. Our correspondent said the families living in landslide-prone areas have been temporarily relocated to a Hindu temple in the estate. Residents who lived in this area said that they can hear the sound of rocks toppling from above. They point out that they've had to face this landslide problem for a long time period, but no action has been taken so far by the authorities. The Assistant Director of the Disaster Management Center, Pradeep Kodipilli, said that people living in hill areas should take care with regard to landslides due to heavy showers that are occurring today.
Now UNP MP SM Marika held an event at the Ratmalana Dharmarama Mahaviharaya to distribute roofing sheets to the temple.
පළාත් සභා විසිරවලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මේ වෙනකොට මේ මාසේ තව තුනක් විසිරවන්න මේ නෑ කඩින් කඩ.
No, it is not our fault. It is because the former government held elections sporadically. Don't put it on us. Ask the former president when he comes to a temple like this.
ඒක ඔබතුමා මේ අපේ පිටට දාන්න එපා. ඒක අහන්න හිටපු ජනාධිපතිතුමා මේ වගේ පන්සලකට ආවම අහන්න එතුමාගෙන්.
The Janata Vimukti Peramuna held an event to educate the public last evening. The event, which was held to advocate the passing of the 20th Amendment to the Constitution, was held in Kurunegala. It is very clear now that Mahinda Rajapaksa has taken 1.1 billion from Chinese firms. We are sad about our society. In any other country, if it was revealed that the head of government was taking bribes, he would not even be allowed to step foot in the country. That is how the world has progressed. Even if it is a president, it does not matter. Some Chinese person came and handed over to Madamulane Mahinda. But this is not a deal between Mahinda and a Chinese group. This is a deal between President Mahinda and the organizations that contracted out our country. What are these organizations? These are the ones which built the Norotchole power plant, the Mattala airport and the Hambantota port. All three of these projects were failures. Don't forget, an Indian company called MPC won the tender to build the Norotchole power plant, but Mahinda gave the contract to a Chinese firm. India got angry, and as a result, to soothe that anger, Mahinda gave India the chance to develop the Sampur power plant. Then who was this project done for? If the president can be sold, what can we say about the people in the parliament? Now in some tragic news, a father of 3 has died in Indiga, however, following an elephant attack. The individual is reported to have been a 48-year-old father. The individual had been subject to this elephant attack while travelling to work in Tirappane from his residence in Indigavawa. Villagers blame a disorderly electric fence for this death.
The National Aquatic Resources Research and Development Agency, or NARA, has identified that the reason for the death of many fish in the Bundala Lagoon, which is part of the Bundala National Park in Hambantota, is due to the rise of the salinity of the water.
Shamali Veerasekara, head of the Environmental Studies Division at NARA, added that samples of water and several dead fish from the Bundala Lagoon have been sent to the Rakava Research Centre for further analysis, and its report is expected to be released within 3 days. The Bundala National Park is considered a valuable wetland according to the Ramsar list of wetlands of international importance. Fishermen in the area note that dead fish and other aquatic species have been washing up on the banks of the lagoon. Over 200 fishing families rely on the Bundala Lagoon.
In some accident-related news, a police officer has been killed by an accident which occurred in Hidogama area on the Srivastipura Nachiduwa road.
The accident had occurred when a motorcycle collided with a lorry at Hidogama, Kirimatiyawa around 6:30 am. A police sergeant who was riding a motorcycle died from the accident. He faced the incident while reporting to work. He was critically injured and admitted to the Nilubawa hospital. Later, he was pronounced dead. The deceased was a police sergeant who worked under the DIG from the Special Operations Unit in the North Central area. The driver of the lorry has been arrested and is due to be produced to the Anuradhapura Magistrates Court today.
Following a raid carried out at a two-story house in the Kurunegala town, police have discovered counterfeit notes worth Rs 41,400.
The raid had been conducted by the Kurunegala Anti-Corruption Unit. According to police, the counterfeit money had been concealed and one suspect had been arrested over the incident. Police added that the arrested suspect is a businessman and a famous tuition teacher in the area.
A female corpse has been found while it was floating in the Nilwala River in Mathura. The Mathura Police and the Sri Lanka Navy have found the corpse following an investigation which was launched based on a tip-off received. Our correspondent said the corpse had been placed in the mortuary of the Mathura Base Hospital. The identity of the deceased woman has not yet been ascertained, and police seek the assistance of the general public to identify the woman. Now in your sports news, ahead of the impending tour, the British High Commission felicitated the Sri Lankan and the English cricket teams that will play in a 2-month-long full cricket series.
England's tour of Sri Lanka will begin on the 10th of October. The series consists of 5 ODIs, 1 T20 and 3 Test matches. Members of both teams took part in an evening of fellowship hosted by the British High Commission last evening. Former Sri Lankan skipper Mahela Jayawardena and 1996 World Cup winning captain Arjuna Ranatunga also attended the event. Sports Minister Faisal Mustafa was also in attendance. While there have been 11 ODI series between England and Sri Lanka in the past, Sri Lanka have won a total of 4. England have recorded wins in 6 of the 11 series, while 1 series ended with no result. While the two nations have faced off in a total of 71 one-day internationals, Sri Lanka have emerged victorious in 34 of these matches. England have won 33 games. While 1 game ended in a tie, 3 ended with no result. England and Sri Lanka last faced off in a one-day encounter on the 2nd of July 2016 in a game held in Cardiff, Wales. England won the game by 122 runs. Sri Lanka last defeated England on the 1st of March 2015. Sri Lanka won the game held in Wellington, New Zealand by 9 wickets. The last series between the two nations was held in 2014 and 15. Sri Lanka, who were the hosts at the time, won the 7-game series by 5-2. The MTV NBC Networks will be the official broadcaster of the series.
Well, that's a wrap of your lunchtime news for today. Join us again at 1:55 as we continue to bring you the very latest from here at home, around the world. For the News First team, I am Deshan Gonawala. Good day.